The power of the SBA and the loan guarantee actually allows us to, number one, go off into more emerging technologies, and number two, buffet things like the Great Recession of 2008 and COVID and things like that.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Who's the only local bank with a mobile mortgage app? Farmers. Download the app to contact your lender, calculate payments, securely scan and upload documents, and check the status of your loan. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal, Farmers.
My father started as a pattern maker. The Valley had a tremendous amount of pattern shops and foundries that, designed the castings for forming the tubing. As we're transitioning from the Rust Belt to the Tech Belt, myself and all three of my sons, learned at 12 years old how to be pattern makers. But that plant, I would call that actually our analog tooling-based sand plant, and there's still a need for that. But there's very few pattern makers coming onto the market right now, and the 3D sand system that was developed first at UNI and then the YSU machine that we still have here today and operating, in conjunction with YSU, Carnegie, and Penn State for projects with the university students, has allowed us then to commercialize this, to have the largest amount of 3D sand printers, in the world through the ecosystem of all the Valley partners.
How many do you have now?
We have 10.
10 now?
And, continuing to look for that to grow. Maybe not all in this location. We have requests from other parts of the country that would like to save on the shipping costs to have a few of the printers in some other locations. And then the final stage that we're working on now is the pour-to-print path, which will be 3D digital metal printing. And right now, it takes 27 hours to print a 12 by 12 by 12 inch where you could pour that in just a few seconds. But we're keeping our eye on that because that'll be our next, the next space, in technology for us. It really emphasizes the power of we, and the power of community and the power of all the resources that are out there. You don't always know what they are when you start out in business, but, we were with Dick Scullin was one of my original mentors, the founder of Shodell, Scullin & Bestick. And through the journey of learning, a lot more about finance and the opportunity of the SBA and how when things are really good, people don't always refinance. Typically when the economy will start to go bad, but we learned the value of the SBA and the SBA loan guarantees that are good for emerging technologies. Banks obviously, have to be responsible with their money, so anything that's more risk adverse, the power of the SBA and the loan guarantee actually allows us to, number one, go off into more emerging technologies, and number two, buffet things like the Great Recession of 2008 and COVID and things like that. So it means a lot to me because of the deep relationships that we've formed and forged, with the relationship with the SBDC at YSU and them introducing us along with, SS&B and their mentoring.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Who's the only local bank with a mobile mortgage app? Farmers. Download the app to contact your lender, calculate payments, securely scan and upload documents, and check the status of your loan. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal, Farmers.